actually not worry about a fight. Going out and having a good time, a couple cocktails every night, and just living life a little bit. So it's kind of nice. I wish I was fighting for the title, but it is what it is. But my time will come.
Has it been communicated as to when your time will come?
Yes, we've talked about it, but we'll keep that hush hush for now.
What was it like for you last week, having to go through that mental state of, man, I'm going to fight, and then I'm not going to fight, and then, well, I'll go to the card anyway? Just walk us through that.
Yeah, it was like, what's that movie, Ron Burgundy, I was in a glass case for emotions, I was up and I was down, and it was crazy, and I looked at my fiance, and I was like, she didn't like when I said it, but I was like, this is like having a kid, I don't want a kid, like, this is terrible, but, you learn from it, you become stronger from it, and it's all good, I'll be fine.
Is Dana White still afraid of you?
On the phone he sounded a little nervous, but he's fine.
A little nervous to tell you you're not getting it now.
Right. No, it's all good. Yeah, he's fine. So.
How did you understand it with Verdum that he said he would have gone ahead with the fight with Velasquez, and then he was injured, but he wouldn't fight you?
That's a poor choice of words, I think. I would never say that. If I said I was going to fight someone, unfortunately, you call me a hypocrite, but I was supposed to fight Ben Rothwell back in October. But I literally couldn't stand or walk. I'm going to fight a 265-pound man. When I got MRI done, clearly my back was injured, and I really couldn't, fight. I felt terrible. I wanted to fight him, but but I would never say that. If I was able to fight and put on a show, I would be able to. And he just bad choice of words, I guess. I don't know. I would never say that.
You did tweet out though that
you guys exchanged some words though to Twitter, like I was just saying that.
Well, because I'm gonna get that belt, so you can have on the fire truck. I'm holding it during the Memorial Parade. We have a good time together.
He called you like a
firefighter. Yeah. Having fun with it, I guess, right? People love that, and I don't think he doesn't really have good jokes or anything. They're pretty terrible, actually, but it is what it is. But I just want to fight him. I want that belt. It's my belt. I want to get it.
There's a story that you probably are going to face him in Brazil. Can you talk about that?
Oh, wow, yeah, she's good. Maybe, I don't know. You know better than I do.
Maybe?
Maybe. I don't know what day. I don't know. I'm not going to go that far.
Does it change anything for you?
No, not at all. I fought in Brazil. I love fighting in Brazil. Great people, great food. It's awesome. Love being a heavyweight. Right?
It's true.
What's better than that?
True. It makes it a little easier.
Yeah, exactly.
You just came off the Arlovsky fight. So did you even take any time, or did you just go right back in the gym? Because would you have been in peak performance given if you took a week off and then you're just hopping right back in, or were you riding off the fact that it was a short fight?
I took a little time off, not like a whole week, but I took a few days off, let my body adjust, let my body rest from the fight and everything, and I started training again. Not killing myself, but kept my cardio up, and I kept sparring and everything, and I got the call the next day. After the day after the call, even though the fight got canceled, I still went 5 rounds. I felt great. I was ready to go. If that fight was here, I would have been ready tonight.
How do you see Verdum as a fighter, though?
I think Verdum's a great fighter. He's fought the best in the world. He's beat the best in the world. But he hasn't fought someone like me. So it's gonna be interesting when he fights me because he has no idea what I'm gonna do.
Push a little bit to get that fight before the end of June, so you can be the first one to bring a championship back to Cleveland.
You're damn right. We need it. The city needs it. We're so close all the time. We just I'm gonna take care of it.
Were you told by the UFC that Verdum agreed to the fight?
Yeah, they said, hey, can you fight in 2 weeks? I said yes, and then literally half an hour it was announced we were fighting. And then 20 hours later we weren't fighting. So.
So when you're in the contract, you signed the contract and everything?
Yeah, I signed it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was ready to roll.
And they told you that Verdum had agreed to it?
Well, they told me. I was fighting.
Okay.
I don't know. They literally didn't tell me word for word, hey, you signed it. I don't. I've never heard that before. Every guy I fought, but I signed a contract ready to roll. I was ready to have some fun.
He said that he didn't get. He knew about the fight through the press, though.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't. I listen. They called me, said I want to fight. I said yes, I would love to fight. And it was announced I was fighting, and then I wasn't.
Now, if he takes some extra time off, and Ben just won pretty well, so is that something you're interested in going back
Listen,
to?
I'll fight anyone. It is what it is. I feel terrible I couldn't fight Ben. I told him that. And it is what it is. But, whatever happens, but, I'll get Verdum next.
What do you do in the immediate sort of couple hours afterwards when you got that call? Where were you? What were you up to? And you just jump on the phone with Marcus and be like, can you open the gym?
Yeah, no, I literally was like taking a nap. I was watching a football game and I ate a bunch of food. So I was out cold, and then Dana called me, and then it was like the most monotone conversation ever. Like most people were like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, I can fight. And then I think it was more surreal. I was kind of shocked. I was like, holy crap, finally get here, and So actually, my fiance, we took all the women, we sat on the couch, and her father came a little bit later. I'm like, hey man, I need to tell you something, you know. And he's like, kind of looking at me like, you know, women were looking down, and I was like, I'm fighting for a title. He thought she was pregnant, so it was actually great. It was a great joke, but you know, then I got home and I kind of let out the scream and went crazy a little bit. And, ready to roll.
Then you go to the gym the next day
right.
and they
Really,
call.
it was crazy. I invited one of my best friends, John Valente, who was coming to train with me, and he landed at 4 o'clock. And at 4:15, I found out I was fighting. I was like, he's like, do you want me to go?
Juvenile just kind of hang around.
I mean, we train. He has a fight coming up, so we train. But he's like, do you want me to go home? I'm like, no, dude. Like, you know, but I felt so bad for him, you know, because we were both excited. We both had fights, and he kind of fell through.
This fight is happening in UFC 198 in Brazil in May. Do you think it's the best scenario for you? I mean, would you prefer fighting in the U.S.?
Well, I always like to fight in the U.S. because I don't like traveling and fights, you know. But like I said, I love fighting, like in general, and I, you know, whatever the fight's at, I'm gonna fight. And, you know, I hate flying, but it is what it is. But I do like Brazil a lot. Brazil was a great time. I was in Sao Paulo. It was amazing.
What do you think about Johnny Football? What's going to
Oh
happen?
God, don't get me started on that guy. He's such a good player. He's just, man, I don't know, man. It's bad decisions, I guess.
But he's gone, I guess.
Yeah, he's getting released in March, I guess. So if I did that, my mom would really beat my ass. Like I probably would never fight again. You know, 'cause I would be too embarrassed to put my face in public. But I mean, I hope he does well. You know, I hope he does the best for the guy. I think he's a great player. I just think he needs to get, you know, his priority straight.
Now, say everything goes according to the plan. You win the championship
I will win the
tomorrow.
championship.
Tomorrow, I know you have a life outside of this. What happens to that life when more media obligations come? Are they good with the way your life will change once you get the title?
Yeah, I mean, they know how it is. I still work. I change my schedule on where I can, you know, I'm part-time, so I can pick my schedule in advance. So it works out well. And, you know, I have great 2 chiefs that, you know, respect what I do, and they love me, and they you know, they understand. And, you know, I don't just not work for months. You know, I still work, and they love it, you know. And I'm lucky. I'm very lucky to have those guys in my life.
Now, when you carry someone out of a burning building, does anyone look up and go, hey? I see
No,
you
well,
in the
the
face."
sucky part is that it's more medical calls than fire. You know, I wish it was more fire, but yeah, I've had like one time. Yeah, it sucks, man. You know, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's like I got a cough. I'm like, really? 4 o'clock in the morning? You know, but it is what it is. But you know, I've had like one time someone's like, oh yeah, but then the guys that, you know, we'll be back in the squad. He'll be like, hey, you know who this guy is, and they try to embarrass me all the time, and then everyone's like, oh really? And they start talking. It's making people feel better in the back, you know, because you know they're hurt or sick or something. So yeah, it's all good.
Now, I know when you do 24 to 48 hours on and 72, what's the horseplay like now that they know how tough you are versus when you were just coming up?
They treat me like crap, honestly. They dog me. Like, I forget one fight, I came back, like, I worked a couple days later, and they pretty much just handed me a mop and said, hey, good luck with that. I'm like, I was like, really? I'm like, it's Saturday morning, you know? But they're amazing. It's a brotherhood, and they're just good guys. They bring me down to life, you know? They don't care, and they mess around with me, you know, and then I put the hammer down, but then they back away a little bit after that, so.
People are probably they're better off if they have a cough, if they could start a fire too, then you'd come a little quicker. Maybe.
Oh, 100%, right? Of course. I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd have no pants on, but let's go, you know, I'd be running through, you know. So, but yeah, you know, it is what I love what I do, you know, I'm never going to change it.